part of the Black Ink crew, and you're now tuned in to Mandi Vee Media.
What's good? It's Mandi Vee with Mandi Vee Media, and I am here with the one and only Phor.
Yo, what's poppin', man? How you doing?
And I'm here at 9 Mag, and the good thing about this interview and the different thing about this interview is not only am I going to get to talk to Phor, but I'm also gonna be the recipient of his fine craftsmanship because I'm gonna get a tattoo from the exclusive Phor right after this interview. So make sure.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got tats. I'm good. So, are you aware that you have become a sex symbol?
Oh wow. No.
Every time I post a pic of you on my Instagram or Facebook page or whatever, I get feedback from the ladies saying just how fine he is.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'd rather that than no love. So that's cool.
How do you feel getting that type of attention?
I mean, my whole life I've always been kind of like a ladies' man or whatever, But now, with a platform like mine, of course it's like the masses, so it's a lot, sometimes. But overall it's all love, so I know how to balance it out.
Okay.
I mean, it feels good. I guess it gives you fuel. You know what I mean, to your fire to keep going. Being great, staying on point, whatever, back in the gym, all that.
I can definitely tell, and I'm not trying to flirt, ladies. I'm just letting him know what the business is.
It is what it is, man.
But anyway, let's get into it. We want to cover a few things. First, we want to start off with your music, and you recently released Cake.
Cake, yep.
And I've listened to it, and there's a couple bangers that I like on it. But what I would like to know is, first of all, what is the meaning behind Cake?
Cake. It's a couple things if you got time. Just with everything I was going through, with the whole, my depression, my breakup, just my time away from the show, a lot of time spent with myself, family, all that. When I got back, when I was started in the process of getting back to my regular rotation, I kind of felt like, it was a celebration at the same time. You kind of got to go through stuff to get through things. And for me, at that moment, I felt like I needed to hit the reset and just kind of have a celebration moment of life where it wasn't my birthday, but it felt like it. It was so it was kind of like a birthday album, but not really a birthday album. It was just a celebration for just new energy, a whole new me. And in the process of me, creating the album, a lot of the songs I made like 30 songs in a month, and I didn't realize like how much work I was putting in, and I realized, man, this is becoming a piece of cake. Like it's getting easy to me. So it's naturally happening for me. I'm not like overthinking. I'm just letting it flow and having fun. So that's pretty much what the whole concept of the project was, just to like have fun, enjoy life, and celebrate.
And I was going to ask about that, the work that you put into it, because on the show you worked. Is the majority of the album produced by London on the track?
No. See, the thing is, I didn't even drop those songs with London, just due to the show and what me and London real relationship is. It just kind of conflict the whole thing. So I just feel like, me and him, we got to get back and lock back in and do it the right way, because it was kind of, put in a way where how they wanted to do it. And it didn't work in my favor, I felt, nor it really his. So we just gonna do it the right way next time.
Okay. So what right now at this point in time, what track on the album speaks to you the most right now?
Long lost friends.
Okay.
It just, sometimes you lose good people and people on in your life for chapters, and it's always that, if you play your part as a friend, and whatever the reason is why y'all not friends no more, like by you being that good person, people, I feel like, always gonna think about you. No matter if they fell out, they may regret it later in life. They go always think about you. Like, damn, I wonder what that dude's doing. Same for me, because I'm like I'm a loving person and I give that. So it's like, the people that do, you slowly eliminate out your life or whatever for whatever reason. You still sit back and think about it, because they think about you too. Like, damn, I wonder what that person is doing or whatever it is. So it's just more so just kind of like a a remembrance of, you know, something that you've been through with the individual, just
Right.
your life in general. But it's like you got, it's like sometimes you can't go back, you know. So it's just sometimes just like a thought, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. Like we all have that thought where we just sit back and think about people, regardless what we hated them for at the time. Like then you got sometimes ask like, damn, was it worth it? Or damn, I wish we could have stayed friends, or whatever it is. So that's pretty much what it is. Because I have a lot of situations like that, rather, you know, a homeboy or, you know, a past relationship or whatever. You know, I don't hate anybody. I look at everybody as a lesson learned, or you was around for a reason. So, you know, regardless of where we are now, I appreciated that person, you know, in my life.
And that speaks to a lot of things that's going on now because, you know, time is short and we only have a limited amount of time to spend with, you know, people, you know, the people that we love and even the people that we don't necessarily get along with, to let that grudge go.
Yeah, you have to.
And that goes along with another question I have, or the next set of questions I want to ask is about, okay, it's a nice warm day in Chicago. We know what happens on nice warm days in Chicago. I
just was in D.C. and I just told somebody, he was asking me, how's it in Chicago? I said, man, let me tell you this. The hotter it get, the hotter the streets get. I just told him that.
And I grew up in Chicago. I grew up in the projects. You came up in Chicago, and you know we're not that far apart in age. So it's like, what the hell happened?
I just feel like the structure, leaders, not enough leaders. You know, I feel like I mean the generation has changed. Like you have social media, you have the music that's affecting people. You know, it's a whole different, you know, world we live in now. You know, Chicago, we have to do better. You know, before back, you know what I'm saying, when I was coming up, like we was, you know, it was cool with, if we go have a problem, we'll fight. You know what I mean? Now people want to just, no one wants to fight no more. Everybody wants to, you know, kill the next person. We live in a city where it's kill or be killed here. You know, and you have some people that don't have the education or either the big brother, you know, or their parents in their life. Also, you know, I'm someone that didn't have, you know, my pops in my life, but for me that was a drive to motivate me to be better than that man, not more so, well, he wasn't in my life, or that's just my excuse to act silly, you know what I mean, and do whatever out here because I see somebody else doing it. You know, it's all about the energy you keep around too, you know. But I feel like, you know, Chicago, we have to hit the reset as a whole. And we gotta also control the generation. You know, it's the youth now we gotta look out for. You know, it's not, you don't see the older, you know, the older people. You know, we know how to act already. It's like people don't even want to get money no more. Like, you know, they don't even want to, you know, have time to, you know, even be in a real relationship. Everything is gang involved. Like everything is that, you know, everybody got a point to prove. Everybody want to be tough. It's like, man, you can let your guard down sometimes.
And everything is just fast. They just want things to happen like that. Like they don't want to take the time to develop a craft like tattooing, for example.
No one wants to work.
No one wants to be an apprentice and develop the skills to do anything. So it's like, you have it, I'm just going to take from you. Yeah. And then that leads me to asking about, you know, what happened to Nipsey Hussle. Now, do you think that, I'm a diehard, I love my city, but if given opportunity, I'm probably gonna get up, you know, out of here. So do you think it's best to have the love your hood from a distance mentality?
It depends what kind of impact you have on your city, you know what I mean, or your hood, like what you putting out. You know, I feel it's the energy you put out. You know, like you have some people that can't go back to the hood because of the energy they put out, you know. But if you have, you know, like for example, if you put a Chief Keef and a Chance the Rapper together, Chance the Rapper will be able to go walk anywhere in Chicago without any security and get the love he'll get. Chief Keef, he won't have to. He's gonna have to watch his back. Yeah. And he's from here. You know, it's just a different kind of energy. And shout out to both of those guys, but you know, it's just different. Everyone has a different upbringing and they got a different way of expressing themselves. But you just have to, you know, protect yourself. Like a lot of people get on and they want to leave because you can't enjoy the money or enjoy the success, rather, you know, or the love. Because it's like, yeah, you're in a city where we hate ourselves, you know. It's a city where it hates its own self. So, you know, that's the bad part about it. So,
and I think he said it right. I think he said crab in a bucket mentality, and I think that fits.
Yeah, that's
because it's like, you know, we came. Some people have the mentality like, you know, we came from the same place. How was it that you got on, and I didn't?
Because they're not looking at the. Understand this? I always say, and I learned from it because I used to just share a lot of my blessings with everybody, and I had to just, you know, until I realized that, you know, people will use you or take advantage of you or have hidden agendas or they're opportunists, you know. So it's a difference from being used and being misused, you know. That's why I always say. So you have to protect what's for you. Like, what's for you is going to happen regardless. You know, sometimes you just have to have, you know, a stronger team around you. Like, if the people around you not motivating you, inspiring you, or rooting for you, you got to remove them. And it's with family, friends, you know, relationships, whatever it is. Like, no one should want to pull you down. I feel like people start judging you differently when they start feeling like you're out of reach. You know what I mean? Or when the moment you get a little more busier than them. Like, it's sad, but it shouldn't be that, because we all supposed to uplift. Like, let my story motivate the next person. Like, you know, if I can motivate my best friend without him feeling some way, you know, if I can motivate a stranger, why can't I motivate my best friend? You know what I'm saying? So that's how it should be. But it's not like that in all situations, you know. The people that know you the most hate you the most.
Amen to that. But we talked briefly about, you know, how you didn't have a father growing up, in your song Numb. You say you wish your pops was around, you know, maybe he could have done more.
Yeah.
So that leaves us stuck in households with single women, single moms. What, if anything, can single mothers do for this new generation coming up and they're raising young men, young black men?
Really just, like, from what I've been through, you know, my mom, she played mom and dad, so she made me feel as if, you know, it didn't matter if I had a pops. I mean, I personally knew, you know what I mean, but she played her part. She went that much harder. So, you know, now I would just say, man, keep your kids out the streets, you know, protect them as much as you can. The energy, the friends, the peers, you know, make sure everybody's on the same page, and keep them focused. Find some activities for them to do, sports, whatever it is. You know, have them start molding them at a young age. You know, where, you know, you could find out what your kid really wants to do with their life. Like, because, you know, as a kid growing up, sometimes you don't really know what you want to do. You're just growing up. You know, so start finding out things like that to just keep them focused and guidance. That's the main thing, and always the love. You know, that's the main thing. You gotta love. You know, love your kid like, you know, tomorrow is not promised, because it really isn't. You know, especially in Chicago. You know, anything's happening out here. A lot of unexpected people are getting killed by just, you know, innocent bystanders. You know, it's sad out here. So that's pretty much what it is. You know, get your money, lay low, and just, you know, protect your family by any means.
All right, switching gears just a little bit, we're going to talk about this last season on Black Ink. You brought to light a personal issue you were struggling with, and that was, you know, your mental health. And I commend you, first of all, for doing that, because we all know that it's taboo in, you know, the black communities to talk about that. So what was your process, your mind process, to bring that to the public light? All
right, well, it wasn't really my mindset. Like, what happened was, like, it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. There's been times where I broke down by myself, but the fact that I broke down while I was on set, it was hard. Like, I wasn't even gonna go to Vegas, but I ended up going, trying to just be strong, sticking it out, and you know, I didn't feel good while I was there the whole time, but I was trying to, you know, do my job and film, and it got the best of me, you know. I removed myself from filming for like 2.5 months, and I was doing meetings with network, and they showed me the footage. After I started doing therapy and, you know, being around my loved ones and stuff like that. So when I went to see the footage, you know, I thought I was strong enough at the time. So I'm like, yeah, man, y'all can air it. You know, I'm getting help already. When it aired, it broke me right back down, you know what I mean? And I thought I was strong enough, but I wasn't. And I'm still in the process of healing, you know, even now, you know, but I'm more stronger now to talk about it and, you know, take it to the chin and help someone else with my story. But it's just, I was at a point where in my life where I feel alone a lot, because, you know, my family is not here. You know, they moved. You know, my friends, they have their own families. You know, their own kids and stuff that they trying to do. So, you know, I'm alone. You know, I'm single too. So it's just like I don't have a lot of, you know, people. I don't have the love. You know what I mean, around like that. So when the love is kind of gone, it's like, you know, like you can get the love from a stranger all day, you know what I mean? But it's different when you have that inner circle love, that inner peace, and just knowing your support system cares about you. And me, I'm someone who keep everything bottled in, and I didn't want to worry my people around me because it's like they have their own problems, and I never wanted to be a burden on anyone. And I was somebody that was always strong for everybody else. So, you know, I was weak enough. Just as strong as I thought I was weak at the same time. You know, because, you know, I thought I should have been strong enough to tell them at the same time, but I didn't want to, you know, let no one down. I didn't want nobody to worry about me because I'm always the one that takes the weight. That's just me, you know. So it got the best of me.
But that you have kind of changed that mentality. Like, you know that if
now
you just, you know, because I know right now people are like, hey, talk to me. And I know Ryan, especially on the show, he was like, bro, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy. Like, even now, like, you know, when I'm out, like, you know, I may take pictures here and there, but people now ask, like, hey, man, are you okay? Are you good? Like, you know, they tell me they love me, like, whatever, give me hugs and praise me. So it's cool. You know, now I just been learning to, I guess, be an advocate and just step up and just, you know, let people know, like, it's okay to not be okay, and speak up and talk to your loved ones or tell somebody, because I feel like if you put it out in the universe, it's going to somehow come back and help find you, guide you to the right direction, you know. And that's the thing. The moment, as much as I felt weak, I had to realize it's just as much as I was strong. Also by getting it out. That's the thing. Like, you have to put it out. You got to. The first step is talking and admitting, and, you know, move from there. You know.
Do you think being on the show kind of aggravated any triggers, like just being in the public limelight?
Absolutely, because like I told you, like, I wasn't even going to Vegas, you know, and I know I had to still do my job, and, you know, I was trying to keep really trying to keep things cool while the cameras was airing, you know, because, like, it was going to all show on your face. All shows. So, you know, I was, you know, laughing, smiling, and, you know, the whole time it's eating me up inside, you know. So, you know, definitely could take a toll. And then also we didn't have we were filming like a year straight. We didn't really take no real breaks like that. Maybe like a small month, and we had to get right back into season 5 after season 4. So it was just a lot, you know. I was no time for myself. I just started feeling like I didn't know who I was no more. Started feeling like a puppet, like controlled, losing, you know, my identity. It was just real bad for me, and I just, you know, needed to hit that reset button, you know, before I self-destruct.
Well, I, for one, am happy that, you know, you did get the help that you needed. I'm glad that you had the support system around you. Do you, and I know you said your family isn't here, do you have any plans of leaving Chicago possibly in the near future?
I mean, I never know what the future has to hold, you know, but, you know, what I have been doing with my family is, you know, I've been talking to my mom like every day now, a lot. Like, that's like my best friend. So, but I didn't want to worry her in that sense either. So, you know, it really, cause like my whole thing, I started really like battling it at a young age. Like, my pops not being in my life, I used to just, you know, go so hard to try to be so much better than somebody I never knew like that. And, you know, it would, you know, I was killing myself. You know, like I was dying to live, trying to do so much, and you know, I just didn't want to worry anyone, but now, like, they know, you know, what's going on. So she always, you know, just check in on me and just, you know, I think that's the main thing. Like, as long as you have the love, and you know people care, and people know what's going on, you feel a lot better. Because I didn't want to let nobody down. That was my thing, you know, I didn't want to let anybody down, you know, especially when people look at me, you know, as as an inspiration, or they go to me for help, whatever the situation is. So I just didn't want to be any lower than that, you know, but I had to. At the end of the day, I'm human, you know, I'm not a machine. So that's, you know, but that's what I've been doing to, you know, help myself, just being more vocal, you know, going to talk to just help people, or that people don't have a voice to, you know, to speak up. So that's what I've been doing. It's been actually making me feel a lot better.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. And I just want to shift gears quickly. So we know you're a musician. We know that you're a tattoo artist. Are you still planning on balancing the two, or are you just going to focus more on one versus the other, or kind of trade it off?
This has been my problem my whole probably 10 years, maybe 11, trying to just balance it all out. But I don't know, it's like this, like tattooing was like something I kind of picked up along the way. I always been doing music, but tattooing kind of became, you know, tattooing is a service at the end of the day. So music is my diary. That's like, if you really want to know me, like, listen to my music. If you really understand me, because I tell you, like, I wasn't as vocal as I am these days. So, like, I was like, feeding people the music, like, to understand me, But now, if I had to choose, of course, I would lean on the music, but also I wouldn't take away from what tattooing has done for my career, and the people that have been allowed, in my life from tattooing, because I met some good people, So I don't know. I could say this. I would slow it down, but I would be able to, like, even now, I'm doing more music than I'm doing tattooing now, but I just balance it out now. Like, I don't overwork myself like I had to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I proved myself already with that. So now it's like, people know, if you want to tattoo, I can still tattoo, but it's on my time now. Like, I don't have to, like, be pressed about it.
That just makes me feel like my tattoo is going to be exclusive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Because not everybody's gonna get a chance like me.
Yeah, I thought about doing something cool though, like when I decided to go on tour, like, one lucky supporter, fan, whatever, she can win a chance to get a tattoo, or he, or whatever, can win a chance to get a tattoo by me, not sure what it would be, but just, something just while I'm in a town,
right.
a city, or whatever it is, they get the concert and they get the experience to come meet me one-on-one and get a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about still incorporating it, in a way, because it's still a lifestyle. It's still, something that's a part of my life. So,
All right, and what's your game plan? What is Phor doing 5 years from now? Why?
I don't know what I'm doing, man. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what the future has to hold, but most importantly is to be happy. Be happy, enjoying my life. Like, right now, I feel so good. I like whatever happened to me. Like, I just kind of, it did something to me mentally. It just put me in a whole nother mindset where I feel like anything's possible. I feel unstoppable. I feel like a burst of energy. I feel brand new right now. So, I'm not sure what I'm capable of doing.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
So let everybody know, what I've been seeing you on Instagram, traveling to different places. I've seen you in Myrtle Beach. I've seen you at the Steve Harvey show, Atlanta, DC. So what's going on? Is there, promo tour? Let us know what's going on.
It's just, the city's calling, so I gotta come show love. If they send a check, send a deposit, I'm gonna come show up. But outside of the business, I just been learning to, like, what I've been doing now is just being more sociable and just getting out, being around new energy. Because like I said, you're the energy you keep around. So, I just been doing what I can, and just building with good people. Really, that's just pretty much what it is. I'm just enjoying life a little bit, because I used to just, like, by me being alone still, like, I had moments where I just sit there and just, get that idle time and just get to beating myself up and just not doing anything. So, like, now I just been more adventurous and just, going, outgoing, really. That's pretty much what it is. Like, Chicago, this is always home. So, I can always come back here. I'd rather go, take the love, and then I think some people also are scared to come to Chicago. So I'll be that face that's going to go out to these different states and show up, and let people know, man, when you get a chance, come to Chicago and get up with me. I got you. You know what I mean? So those are some of the things that I've been doing now. Just, just taking Chicago on my back wherever I go and representing it, representing us, because, we all we got.
And I'm representing too with my T-shirt.
I'm
Excuse the shut down in me.
I got it right here too, so, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chicago all over, see? It's everywhere.
And I'm going to give you one of my shirts too. So
Cool.
But everybody, make sure you follow Phor. You want to follow his adventures. You want to follow, see what he's doing, where he's going, the next stop, and let us know what your social media handles are.
All my social medias, except Facebook, is Forever I'm. It's PHOREVERIM. Stands for Forever Me. Forever I'm. That's my Snapchat. What's that? Twitter. What else we got? Instagram. Yeah. My Facebook is Phor Tats. Yeah. So get in tune if you're not in tune.
All right. And I have a quick rapid fire questions. I'm going to ask you 10 questions.
Okay.
Don't think about it. Just give me the first thing that comes to mind.
Is it A and B, or is it yes or no's, or is it like
I'm gonna name two names and you're gonna say the first name that pops up. Okay, so I'm gonna take it easy.
Oh, she laughing. All right, what's
All
up?
right, Harold's or Uncle Remus?
Oh, okay. Harold's.
Cubs or Sox?
Sox.
Sears Tower or Willis Tower?
Sears.
Hyde Park or Bronzeville?
Hyde Park.
Common or Kanye West?
Common.
Dreezy or Tink?
Tink.
Cat or Nikki?
Cat.
Empire or The Shy?
The Shy.
Instagram or Snapchat?
Instagram.
Lucky Charms or Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for so much. That was great. And
was fun.
I had an awesome time. But now I'm ready to get this tattoo done. And make sure you guys tune in because I'm going to make sure I put everything, including the final finished product.
Where are you getting this tattoo?
At the end of this, right here.
Okay, right here. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
At the end of this video. So, see you guys soon.
Let's get
It all happened in an instant. Now I'm rapping without rents. Now I'm back up on my mission. All black tunnel vision. Yeah, I've been broke before. No more, no more. Used to sleep up on the floor. No more, no more. I was damn near poor. No more, no more. Couldn't go to the store. No more, no more. No more, no more. No more, no more. I was sleeping on the floor. I remember I was poor. No more, no more. No more, no more. I've been broke before. Couldn't go to the store. 30,000 on the rollie looking for a confident. Ice on a nigga neck, cold, show love for that. Lifestyle that we live, hoes gon' fall for that. Long way from the bottom, we ain't gon' broke again. We ain't going back no more. Yeah. You say you my nigga, but niggas ain't that no more. Yeah. Niggas tell jokes cause niggas can't rap no more. Yeah. Niggas ain't dope, niggas don't sell crack no more. Yeah. I'm on some new shit, not on that no more. Yeah. New bitch beat that like an animal. Yeah. Lately ain't been in that trap no more. Yeah. I'm in that studio, I'm dozing off. Yeah. I hit Birdie up like Phor this like. I got like 4 bitches, that's a wonderful night. You know you my brother, you can come if you like.